How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Today, we're gonna be talking about Death Battle again. So I'm gonna be talking about both positive and negative about Season 9. Now, Season 9 as a whole is pretty solid, actually. But I need to talk about both positive and negative because with Season 10 on the horizon, I do believe it's gonna be in March. I need to talk about Season nine's positives and negatives because that can improve or even just outright ignored in Season 10. As anything that's positive, they could implement in Season 10, and anything that's negative, if they could just put somewhere else, preferably not in Season 10. What am I even saying? Anyways, let's just get started with this video. I'ma do this shit until they murder me. To begin with, I think we'll talk about the positives of Season 9.
Yes, man. Wow.
So my first positive of Season 9 is the characterization. So, what I mean by this is characters being represented properly, especially when they end up being the victor. What I mean by this is take Aang versus Edward, where Aang killed Elric, but they just had to include the line, you left me no choice. Which is stupid considering who the character is. But ever since Saitama versus Popeye, they ended up doing even more death battles where there's an emotional ending. With the best example I could give is Magneto versus Tetsuo, where Magneto ends up putting Tetsuo out of his misery and killing him. Tetsuo saying thanks for Magneto freeing him from his eternal suffering. This is what I like for Death Battle. Understanding why people like certain characters, why we are attached to them. And if it isn't handled well, you get Aang versus Edward, aka Character Assassination 101. So, yeah, that's pretty much what I want for Season 10. Characters represented properly. So my second point is animation. Now, Season 9, for the most part, has had very solid animation, especially with the sprites being on 3D backgrounds, which I do believe is implemented well, aside from one moment in Thor vs. Vegeta. And by one moment, I mean Vegeta falling to the ground after Thor clocks him with Mjolnir. And that's about it. So, yeah, that's pretty much all I need to say. I just hope Season 10 would have good animations. Heck, even better animations than Season 9, which is a high order to give out, but hey, it can be managed, right? Now, my third and final point is, well, the new series. Let's count up all the new series Death Battle brought in. League of Legends, Demon Slayer, Invincible, The Boys, Akira, Mythology, Predator, Warframe, James Bond, John Wick, Xeno, Archie, Super Friends, Friday the 13th, Halloween, Lord of the Rings, World of Warcraft, and finally, Black Clover. These are all the new series they brought in Season 9, and that is a good thing, because you have more opportunity to open out to new fans. Death Battle, first and foremost, is a versus show, but it's also trying to find the most audience. And the best way to do that is to introduce new series. You get new fans, you get new viewers, you get new subscribers. And the debate can get interesting as you're bringing in different series into the discussion. That's all I say. Death Battle Season 10, do that. But like all things, Season 9 is not flawless. And this is where I get to be a negative Nancy. Alright, to be clear, the negatives are just, the actual problems with Season 9, not personal ones. With the first one being, overuse. Yeah. It's not just that, but, they use basically, the same characters. One they use 3 times, the other being 2. Goku and Vegeta. And Xeno Trunks is really the only unique Dragon Ball characters of the bunch. Well, the problem is these 3 kind of like are in common, so this should lead me to the second point, which is the bias they show. They show clear bias towards Dragon Ball, and this is supposed to be a piece that's not supposed to be biased, but rather rather who is supposed to win in a fight, which, yeah, it's subjective, but clear favoritism should not be a part of the discussion. If there's this bias towards Dragon Ball, that's a problem. The last point is, of course, to respond. Yeah, good job controlling the fact that people will think you're biased. And that's it. I do not want to see any of these in Season 10 of Death Battle. I don't want biased or any BS like that. That's all I want to say. A for the negatives. Alright, in conclusion, these are all the things I would like to see from Season 10. And all the things I would not like to see from Season 10. And basically, that's my video. Whether or not Death Battle actually listens or not is not my control, but it's a suggestion. And I'll see you all later. Hopefully Season 10 will be a banger.